Hey, good morning, folks. Maverick Indicators here. So I want to show you something really exciting that we're working on. Give you a little sneak peek, and then show you guys these indicators. We are working on something that will go hunt what is meeting our criteria to go trade. Meaning, hey, a lot of times we just keep going back up to our charts and we're looking for what's moving, what's meeting our criteria. We like to stack probability in our favor using the Maverick indicators. What if you guys just had a nice, neat little scanner at the bottom of the chart, and it told you if you had an A+ setup or not? And right now I jumped on here and it showed me ES was having an A+ setup. So I went over to ES, A+ setup to the downside. And what I did was I didn't want to trade any of my funded accounts that are connected to TradingView. So I jumped over to NinjaTrader and I jumped into this trade, which you can see is all the same pretty much. We have this A+ setup on ES, and it's working out beautifully, and it was meeting all of our criteria that we look for from the Maverick indicators. So let me walk you through why we're in this trade. So first things first, I kind of got into it late. I just kind of popped over there and looked at the this prototype that we're building right now, and I'm like, ooh, ES, A+ setup, let me go look. So right off the rip, we were, let's see here, we started to come up right off the open, which we kind of sit on our hands, and then we had a sell signal here. We had a sell signal, and we started to push down. You can see I drew some supply and support and resistance levels here, but we had a sell signal, and we went from gray indecision to reversal. So indecision just means like we're going sideways, and then boom, we broke past that level. And then we started getting hot pink candles right away. We didn't get red candles, which is your second strongest downside candle. We got pink candles. Now, the thing about it, if you're new to our channel or our indicators or whatever, is that the Maverick AI Pro colors your candles to the data we're seeing in the background. Instead of just having red and green candles, what this is doing, and never mind this is pre-market, so I'll just ignore all this sideways chop. What it's doing is it's coloring your candles to what are we seeing underneath the hood? What are we seeing in the background? Are we seeing tons of strength, energy, and momentum to the upside, or are we seeing a lot of strength, energy, and momentum to the downside? And we're looking at crunching just massive amounts of data in the background to determine that. And when it came up as an A+ setup, it was probably up around here. Again, I got in a little late because I'm playing with this prototype. But we got the sell signal, we got a red background. The Maverick AI Pro went from gray candles to hot pink candles. If you see pink, it will most likely sink. Now you can see I drew the support level like perfectly. It just tapped it. Not me drew it perfectly, but you see it tapped it perfectly. But we still have pink candles. We're retracing a little bit, but we still have pink candles. What does that mean? Normally you'd have a green candle coming up here and a lot of people go, oh, we're reversing and all this other stuff. I'm looking at this candle through a whole nother lens. I'm saying, wait, it's pink. If you see pink, it will most likely sink. So the data is still saying to the downside, even though it's starting to retrace a little bit. Until the Maverick AI Pro colors this candle red and then gray and so on, I'm still seeing downside data. So this is how people can, this is how you can really keep yourself from getting faked out. Look at that. That thing retraced. We were negative like 60, 70 bucks or whatever. And now we're back to green again because the data is to the downside. Very interesting. The Maverick trender is completely pegged to the top. So when this line can't go any further, this line right here, when it can't go any further, that is showing strength and momentum, green to the upside. You saw that happen. That was a nice move right there. And then red to the downside. So your Maverick trender is still pegged to the top. Even though you're retracing a little bit, your Maverick trender is still pegged to the top. You still have a downtrend label. All right, downtrend label. Let me just move my stop loss right to there. And That's where I'm comfortable with moving it to. So red background, still have hot pink candles. Wait, but it's going up. It's going up. Yeah, that would have been a green candle. That would have been a green candle. Guess what though? It's still downside data. Down, Maverick Trender is saying downtrend with a down colored line. So it's pegged to the top, cannot go any further. And then our Maverick Multi-X. Think of this as 5 traders. They're algorithms, but think of this as 5 traders voting every single tick across 6 time frames. Okay. What they're doing is, and by the way, they all have a completely different trading style. So completely different trading style, 5 traders across 6 time frames, and you can add a 7th and you can change these time frames for whatever you want. They're all voting mostly bearish on the 1 minute, the 2 minute, the 3, the 5, the 10, and most of the 15. Okay. So we're getting a retracement back up to this zone here, but I'm not sweating it whatsoever. Now, obviously my account size, I can take this drawdown, but I have such confidence in the Maverick Trender being pegged to the top, getting a downtrend label. And then look, we're getting a turn of the 1 minute and some of the 2 minute, some of the 3 minute, but until I get completely green from the 1 minute, the 2 minute, the 3 minute, and so on, I'm hanging on to this thing, believe it or not. Okay. So we're still below the Maverick guide. Remember, we like to go short when price is below the Maverick guide. We like to go long when price is above it. And I could show you this all day long. Oops. Here, let's do this. Short when price is below the Maverick guide. Long when it's above it. Short when it's below it. And this is middle of the night action, so I probably shouldn't. Nobody's trading then. But here's a great example. You know, during regular hours, short when you're below the Maverick guide. Okay, long when you're above it. Look, this sucker broke above the Maverick guide, and this thing went to the moon. Oh my gosh, this thing went all the way to 3 a.m. That's crazy. Look at this move. What is that? What's the size of this move here? Let's take a look here. So you broke above the Maverick guide. Let's see, you got in like right around here. All right, so 69.86 up to, all right, so that's pretty good. It's a $30 move. $30 move on ES. Let me grab my little, and look at your Maverick Trender, just keeps being pegged to the top. All right, let's do $30 times 4 ticks a dollar times 12.50. That's a $1,500 move right here. This move right here is $1,500. That's insane. This move coming below the Maverick guide, huge move right there. Above the Maverick guide, below the Maverick guide, above the Maverick guide, right here. That's early price action. Boy, ES has been just coming up all night long, 2 nights in a row. That's pretty wild. All right, let's see how we're doing on this trade here. It's retracing. It's coming back up. Probably my line in the sand would be the top of this candle right here. So what I'm going to do is, because I don't want to get popped out either. You have a very strong level right here. We have red candles. If we had gray candles, I'd be like, ugh. But we have red candles. Red can just mean retracement. This is your second strongest downside candle, but it's going up. Yeah, I know it's going up, but it's a downside data candle. Okay. I'm in 1 mini. 1 mini. Now I'm just going to sit on my hands. You guys know I don't do anything the first and the last minute of a 5-minute candle. So we were up pretty good on this trade. I just, you know, I'm teaching you guys. So of course I didn't close it out. I want to see it, but I want you guys to see how these Maverick indicators work. So good. So good. All right. Let's see here. Am I a predictor of the future? Or do I just have really good indicators? Let's see. So the first minute, you're going to get some volatility of the 5-minute candle. You guys know I sit on my hands on the first and the last minute. But if I had to make a bet, which we're traders, we don't gamble, we don't bet. But if I had to make a bet, I would say that this is going to come down. This candle right here will not hit my stop loss and it's going to come down. How do I think that? Now, could anything happen? Yeah, oh my gosh, anybody could tweet anything and this thing could go to the moon, right? Like, I can't control that. This isn't a video game. There's nothing about this that I can control. I can just read the data, and the only thing I can control is my stop loss and my take profit, okay? So we still have the Maverick trender pegged. Oh, we're losing it. Here we go. Maverick trender pegged, downtrend label, and we just got to pass the next like 20 seconds or so. Next 20 seconds, because the first minute and the last minute of a 5-minute candle are the craziest. Like, it can do anything, a lot of manipulation. Go watch any instrument, the first and the last minute of a 5-minute candle. You'll see it's just, you know, max manipulation. All right, so let me get it all into the same little window here. Do 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 do. Sipping my coffee. This is the Bears and the Bulls are really fighting right here. You can tell. I mean, this thing came all the way down. It came up, and now it's just like it's barely moving. There's a lot of decisions being made here. The data is still to the downside, though. You still have a red candle. Let me zoom in here. You still have a red candle. The data is still showing to the downside. Now, could it come up and pop out, take me out, and just go straight to the basement? Absolutely. Again, anything can happen at any time in the markets. Anything can happen at any time. We just want to stack probability in our favor and look at the data. Okay? Sorry guys, I'm playing around with this so much because I want to get everything in the recording for you. All right, let's let this sucker play out. Again, why are we in this trade? Well, one, we got an A+ signal, probably up about here. We got an A+ setup signal on the on this prototype scanner that we have built, which I'm very, very excited about. We got a sell signal, red background, prices below the blue line. Remember, we like to go short when price is below the blue line. We like to go long when price is above the blue line. Okay. We went from gray reversal candles to hot pink candles. Now we have red, which we could be cooling off on the downside data, but we'll see. We'll see what the market does. Maverick trender completely pegged to the top. This line can't go any further. It's completely pegged to the top. Downtrend label. And then, yeah, we're back to all 5 traders with completely different styles voting across 6 time frames. You will see, I saw in the comments some folks talking about the Trader 2 on the 15-minute. Trader 2 has a very interesting style to it, and it's very bullish in certain time frames. Okay, so oftentimes you will see a consensus across all 5 traders on the 1 minute, the 2, the 3, the 5, the 10, sometimes the 60, the 90 minute. But Trader 2 has an affinity for, and I don't want to really get into it right now, but like its trading style is very, very bullish when it comes to a 15-minute. It's very, very interesting. We tried to build in as many unique trading styles into this indicator so we could get consensus, because when you have completely different views on trading and you have 5 of them all voting, and when you get consensus where they're all saying, oh, we're bearish, we're bearish, we're bearish, that's like really powerful. If they all had the same trading style, then that wouldn't be as powerful, right? All right, so what happened here? We retraced all the way back here, but what did my data tell me? The data that is coloring my candles told me we're still hot to the downside. So even though you're going to get a retracement, that's what the market does. It goes up, it comes down, it goes up, it comes down. But over time, what is it doing? Is it in a downtrend? Is it in an uptrend? You know, I mean, it's hard to argue that we're not in a downtrend right now, right? Came up, down, a little bit up, not as high, down, a little bit up, but not as high, down. So remove that. Here we go. All right, and we got pink candles. I love seeing pink candles, but guess what? You're within the first minute of a new 5-minute bar. So guess what I do? I sit on my hands. What's the data telling me? The data is telling me downside, hot pink, strongest downside data you will see. But the candle's going up. I know you're within the first minute of the 5-minute candle. Watch this thing. I'm telling you, watch it. Okay. We need another 20 seconds. Oh, now you're getting a down confidence arrow. Now you're pushing back down. Yeah, first minute and last minute of a 5-minute candle. I sit on my hands. The data is saying pink, hot pink candle. What does that mean? Downside data. What are all 5 traders voting? Bearish, 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 mostly bearish. Maverick trender pegged to the top, can't go any further. And this isn't like a stochastic where it slowly comes up and slowly comes down and fakes you out. No, it's either at the top or it's at the bottom. When it's at the bottom, it means nothing. When it's at the top and it's pegged and it can't go any further, that means massive strength and momentum to whatever color it is. Green to the upside, red to the downside. Got a downtrend label. This is beautiful. So this right here, folks, we're just getting some chop after a big move down. But the data is hot pink. It's still showing downside data. Sorry, I don't know why I'm moving my chart so much this morning. I am just, I don't know, maybe I drank too much coffee. All right, cool. I'm going to leave this up. We're going to keep watching this thing. But I'm telling you, as long as we have either red or hot pink candles, this thing's moving down. As long as all 5 traders are voting bearish across 6 time frames, we're going like, as long as the Maverick trender is pegged to the top and we have a downtrend label, like, come on. Stacking probability. Again, can anybody tweet anything at any time and us just completely reverse on a dime? Absolutely. But yeah, it's a beautiful thing being able to see the data in the background. And again, our indicators work on NinjaTrader and TradingView. All right, so we've been watching this sucker come down for a while here. Absolutely beautiful. So we never got faked out this entire time. Why? Because we still had red and hot pink candles. If you see pink, it will most likely sink. And guess what? We are looking at candles that are colored to the data we're seeing in the background, not just, price and direction. Okay. So if you want clear vision on your charts, if you want edge in the market, rather than just having green and red candles, why not see what the data is telling us with the Maverick AI Pro, the Maverick Guide, the Maverick Multi-X, trading with 5 other traders essentially, and the Maverick Trender. And we just released 2 more free indicators for anybody that's a lifetime member of this bundle this past weekend. So lifetime members, if you haven't grabbed that, grab that. Go to the members area, you'll see our posts. But again, if you want clear vision on your charts, come check us out. MaverickIndicators.com. That's MaverickIndicators.com.